daddy. Get him picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy, get that plug like.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here we go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
There's play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Lance now to throw. And this pass caught by Gray. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Set, ready.
Davis-Price on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run, this time McCaffrey pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. They'll hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. McCaffrey running up the middle to the 27-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Down to the 25. Call it a gain of a couple there, as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 2nd down, here's Davis Price. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
From the gun, it's Lance. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits that can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The Chiefs had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes able to find Gray here. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Okay, ready?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Lance. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have moved out in front. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Yellow. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, 15.
Now Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now here's Mahomes. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the counter, Davis Price. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. We'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Okay, right?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. But how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, a 9-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, check, make it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go. Stand.
From midfield, here's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, hold.
Throwing now is Lance. And this is caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. A final shot before half for Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Yellow. 43. Easy. Hey, 57.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And that will keep this a 15-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Lance now on 1st down. It's complete to Williams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st down, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 35 yards. And the Niners get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The extra point splits the uprights. And this is back to an 8-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
43.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They go play fake. Mahomes. His throw incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Yellow.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
Mahomes to throw once more. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10.
Hey, 57, 57.
Now it's Mahomes again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Yellow. Hey, 57.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The Lance now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. There they'll keep leaning up and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And now we get into of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 15. Here's Mahomes to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Hey, go here. Hey, go here.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance, open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing on first down is Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And just a yard to go here on second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw again on second down. Lance. That is caught. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Tershawn Wharton busting through to get him for a loss of 6. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11.
Come back! Hey, rip it!
Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Williams to return. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this pass caught by Gray. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
And that's just another in a long line of passing touchdowns for him today. To say that he's been on fire would definitely be an understatement.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing
this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
2nd and 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Yellow.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
This was, and the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Chiefs, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.
off the top. Got it out the road, out the turf, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. So deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the fuck.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof.